Bless up, bless up, bless up, bless up, one and all. I have returned, and this sun is killing me. Let me see if I get some shade. I've returned. Looking a little slimmer. I have a neck now. But yes, I have returned. And of course, the conversation that we're going to be having today was going to be with Joshua and Usyk. Repeat or resurrection? That is the question. We don't know yet, but we shall know in a little bit. Repeat or resurrection? That's what I'm talking about. Repeat or resurrection. Let's start with the repeat part because I keep hearing, excuse me a second. I keep hearing how great Usyk is and how great he did in the last fight, right? Great, fantastic. He's the ultimate boxer. He does this right, he does that right, but no one could completely tell me what makes him great. What makes this man great? I watched him fight numerous times and he's good. He's not great, not to me. He's good, but damn it, he's not great. That's the way I look at it. But, I keep hearing how great he is and this, that, and the third, but no one could break down what his greatness is. So let me explain to you what I see. I see a boxer who, for the first couple of rounds, well, he's a timing boxer overall, meaning that he works at a certain pace, right? First couple of rounds, he works at a certain pace and he plays and he's great with distance the first couple of rounds. You're not going to catch him. It's going to be like the proverbial horse trying to get that carrot. You got blinders on and the carrot is right in front of you, but you can't seem to get that carrot. That's his game. That's his game. That's how he works it. You know, if you are a wise person and you get in the ring with a fighter like that, what you do is you cut off the ring, a la George Foreman. You limit his movement, uh, thereby limiting him playing the distance game with you. And you try to box him in, but be mindful, he does have quick hands. He does have quick hands, so you be mindful of that. He could pepper you. He could pepper you and all that. So once you box him in, what you have to do is keep your hand up, work that jab, and work that body, whether it be from the side or with a jab, uppercut to the body. Work that body. Even if you hit him on the hips, hit him on the arm, hit him in the ribs, work, work, hit him wherever you can hit him to slow his ass down. Come round four, round five, round six, or whatever else have you, right? So you slow his ass down like that. Then come the middle rounds now. He's not that he's not that guy. He's not that, energetic. He's not that energized. And he has to play a different game now. Instead of playing instead of dealing with a fighter who's winded, which would be you, Usyk now has to box around you. He's not going to come for you now. In most cases, by round 7 or 6, Usyk comes for his opponents because they're starting to slow down, and he slowly just boom, 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 wears them out, right? And then in the later rounds, because of he fought at a pace that he wanted to fight at, he looks magnificent in the later rounds, while you look like you standing in mud. Okay, so that's the breakdown of one Mr. Usyk. Now, what Mr. Joshua has to do is whatever he has to do to stay focused and get tunnel vision on the on the on the man in front of him and to stick to a very firm, focused fight plan, working behind the jab, working the body, and you must, move your head, or if you don't move your head, at least keep your hands up because he's going to pepper you. That's what he does. Even though those punches may not be knockout punches, they look good to the judges. So what Joshua has to do is what's called the up and down jab, body, head, body, head, body, head, right? That's what he does. Keep him at pace and make it. Don't do the tap, tap, tap jab. Don't do that garbage. Don't do that garbage with the tap, tap. What's up, Major? Don't do that garbage with the tap, tap, tap jab. Make it a firm shot to the body, and then you bring it right to the head. And he really don't even have to aim for his head. There's his chin, there's his neck, there's his throat. Not telling, those are all possible things you could hit. But Troy, that's cheating. No, that's not cheating. It's wherever you could land. You're not purposely trying to do that, but if he moves while you're jabbing and catch him on the neck, that's not your fault. You understand me? If he moves while you're jabbing and you happen to hit him someplace other than his chin or his head, not your fault. This is boxing. They say it's the hurt business, but in all reality, it's the business of it's brilliant, it's beauty, and it's very brutal. Those are the three B's of boxing. It's beautiful, it's brilliant, and it's brutal. So that's what you have to be. I don't care who would get in the ring facing me. I would just, I'll do what I need to do. I'll do whatever it is I need to do to win. And that's the mindset that Mr. Joshua has to have. But he must work behind the jab and he must be focused. That's the key word here when you thinking about this fight. Focus, 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 focus. And stay firm. Understand that you are the bigger man. You are the bigger fighter. You are the bigger name. You basically are the draw. Fight like you're the champion, even though you're not the champion, but you still get treated like that. Fight like this is your last fight and make him work. Make him work. They all, they say a great big man could beat a great small man could beat a good big man or some nonsense like that. Let me tell you something. You have all it takes to beat this man. You swole him up in the face without even trying last time. Born Supreme. Thank you, thank you, thank you, man. So I got Major Key boxing up in here. Go and support his page, man. We do some big things over there, aka Bright Lights Big City. If it's a star you want to see in boxing, let him know, and we'll get him. That's our motto. Let us know, and we'll get him. Born Supreme. Respect, respect, respect. What I'm saying is that Usyk now is viewed by a lot of people as this dude who walks on water. Nah, neither did Jesus. It's a parable to make followers into believers, and that's Rakim. That's not me. So yeah, people are now of the narrative that the man could walk on water. If the Almighty couldn't walk on water, or didn't walk on water, Usyk cannot walk on water. Okay, he's just a man. He's a man that sticks to a very focused game plan, which is to play the distance game with you, pep you from the outside a little bit, frustrate you, and then come the later rounds, you're like, okay. Now he looks like Killer Cam in the ring. Nah, it's a game, baby. It's smoke and mirrors, baby. You just have to know what you're looking at. That's all it is. It's the same thing that Ali played, and he called it rope a dope. What Usyk does is called, we could call it, ring a dope, because basically you got these fools following him around the ring, and then wearing them out. Little jab here, little movement there. Come round 5, round 7, round 8, round 9. You're like, damn, where'd all my energy go? You wasted it chasing a rabbit. You were the grizzly chasing a rabbit, trying to wipe it. You were trying to wipe your ass with the rabbit, and the rabbit said, "Not today, not today, brother." Good to see you back. Part 4, good to see you back. Is a Rakim references. Bless up, yeah, man. It's one of my favorite songs. One of my favorite lines in this song. But yeah, let me get out. I'm trying to let y'all see me. I'm out in the backyard, but I'm about to throw these shorts on my head. These bugs out here killing me. But I see the fight going a different. Listen, if ands, buts, or maybes, that's great for entertainment, but it's not reality, which is why we have these platforms, right? Which is why we have these platforms, so we can chop it up and do what we need to do and just entertain the possibilities. And this is the possibility that I see. I see if Joshua comes in there and not try to be Mr. Glad Hand, want to hug, want to kiss babies and take pictures. He wants to just be a man on a mission. Usyk will be stopped by the 7th round. But if he comes in there as Mr. Glad Hand, hey, how you doing? There's going to be a repeat. There's going to be a repeat. Usyk, for all intents and purposes, is not changing his game. I can tell you this: he's going to pick up the pace a little bit more faster. He's going to do that because because he's figuring like this. This dude is probably going to come out and try to hunt me down. So he's going to pick up the pace a little faster, pop him, move, pop him, move, pop him, move, get him frustrated. Once you get a man frustrated, there ain't too much you could do, you know? Simple explanation. Imagine that you late for work and you're trying to speed and do whatever you gotta do to get to work, right? That's what that's what Usyk is gonna try to make Joshua do. He's gonna make him fight, he's gonna try to make him fight at a faster pace. Cause his whole game plan is this dude is too big for me to fight straight up the first couple of rounds. Let me take some of that wind out of him. And if Joshua falls for that, then maybe he should look at himself in the mirror and say, look, I've done a lot of great things. I've made a lot of money. Maybe the fire is is not there no more. Because the one misconception that people have is that it's the fire that kills you. It's never the fire that kills you, but it's the heat. You could, as long as there's no heat on fire, you could walk through. How many times you heard people say that they walk through fire? Right. But you could sit outside in the sun, and what gets you? The heat. That's what he needs to. If he doesn't have that heat, but he seems fired up, he's gonna lose. That's just my take on it. Everybody want that smoke. Of course you do. There ain't no heat in the smoke, but the smoke can suffocate you. It damn sure can suffocate you. But let me drop this link out here, see if anybody wants to talk to the old boy, like Coach say. Yo, talk to the old boy. Oh, Coach is hilarious. Let me see. My apologies. I kicked myself out the studio somehow. I don't even know how. How a man kick himself out of his own studio? I do not know. But I'm that dude though that does that. So you know, it happens. But they go to link for one and all if anybody want chop it up with the boy Medea. Medea. So yeah. I feel energetic today, man. I wasn't really gonna pop up or come on real quick, but here I is. Here I is. Got to get back to work. All right, brother. All right, brother. We're gonna catch up later after Joshua wins, okay? Mark my words, baby. After Joshua wins, we'll catch up a little later. Later. All right, I'm still here, y'all. I'm just doing some work on the back end. So just bear with the brother. I am still here. Feel free to jump on that link, man. I wouldn't mind chopping it up with some of y'all. Yes, sir. All right, there we go. All right, I'm back. I'm back. He's not going to be able to reach him when AJ reaches out. He's going to be countered. That's a good point, Major Keys. That's a good point. But like I said, if ands and buts make it entertaining talk. But we shall see in a little bit. Oh, and somebody tell me what time the fight starts. Our time. Because I know right now it's like 5 or 6 o'clock over in England. So what time does the fight start on our time over here? Like if they go in the ring at 6 over there, or not. Let's say they go in the ring at 9 over there, it'll be 4 over here, something like that. So I'm going to guess around 4 o'clock or whatever. So We gonna guess on that one. So yeah, man. I've been away for when you sit in the backyard, man. Let me show y'all the backyard real quick, right? There's a lot of room, it's beautiful and all that wonderful stuff. But when you sit out here in the summer, there's a lot of little insects that crawl around, man. I need to get something to take care of that. Well, actually, my cousin does because I'm staying with him, chilling, man. I'm on a little staycation. I have to breathe some fresh air and get myself back in order. Then can't afford to be hopping on a cruise ship or no airplane right now, so come stay with family and chill out for a little bit. So, outside of boxing, y'all, what do y'all do when you just get a little worn down, a little stressed out, but y'all go travel, what do you do? Because me, I do a couple of things. I'll research like, black owned bed and breakfasts in well, whether in the Baltimore or DC area. Boom. I'll price it and I'm gone for the weekend. I'm getting away from everybody, children, grandchildren, girlfriend, whatever. I'm getting away. And nobody knows where I am. They have my number, but they don't know where I am. And I go there and chill. But first, I go check out the spot first to see if my soul takes to it. And if my soul takes to it, then boom, I'm definitely gonna check that spot out. So yeah, man. So that's what I do when I want to just get away, have a little staycation. Just go find a spot, man. Whether it be bed and breakfast, Airbnb, and I don't know if y'all know this, but there's Airbnb boats as well. If you want to be romantic and all that, or you just want to chill on the water by yourself. So that's what I do to chill. But man, where everybody at today? It's Saturday. You ain't got nothing to do. You got fired for stealing boxes. You wasn't even at the job. How you get fired for stealing boxes? What you talking about, Smokey? Yeah, it's always gonna be a classic movie, man. Always gonna be a classic movie. I saw. I was on social media last night. I couldn't sleep, had insomnia, and the brother Reggie. I don't remember his last name. See, I'm drawing a blank with his last name though. But he's always on the Mark Nash show, so Reggie knows what I'm talking about. He has a thing with Fred Hawthorne, right? AKA Barbershop Conversations. So Barbershop Conversations had on this one dude who seriously needs some help before somebody lifts him off this world very violently. Southpaw. So, they were having a decent conversation at first, and then Southpaw comes out talking about he gonna hurt his kids, he gonna piss on his children, he gonna do this and that and the third, all just targeting Fred's children. And Fred's response was kind of weak. I can honestly say that man to man, father to father, it was a weak response. And Reggie Owens, that's his name. Reggie Owens was just like, man, if that was, what kind of weak response was that? As hard as you get on black fathers and all that, you talk about black fathers like dogs. Now here's your chance to stand up. You being a black father and you coming back with that weak response. Because this dude, Southpaw, I don't know if you ever saw him on other people's pages. Once he gets started, he has no filter. He has no remorse. He'll say the most nastiest things about your children and what he gonna do to you and this, that, and the third. And people like that I used to feel sorry for, but I have no pity for this dude whatsoever, none whatsoever. And not speaking any ill to him, but he better calm that down because somebody's gonna lift him off this world very violently if he doesn't. Because you can't be that person in public that you are on social media. You can't be telling people you're gonna do this to them and that to them, and then when they catch up with you, they have all the memories of you saying that. Now you have to show and prove, right? Be the same man you were when you were on social media. Here's my children right here. Go ahead and do all the things you said you was gonna do to them. Somebody ain't coming home. If it's like that, somebody ain't coming home. And it shouldn't be that way. This is social media. The first word says social, not anti-social. Not mad aggression, not being angry just for the sake of being motherfucking angry. Funkin', I said funkin', angry. It's called social media, i.e., some place where you come and socialize and learn, some place where you come and socialize with the media, which in this case is us, the podcasters. And you know what? You yourself, because you could chime in and drop some jewels on us about current affairs, and that's the way it should be. You could look, we could have heated conversations, we could have aggressive conversations, but it don't need to take a foul turn like that where people's kids are getting pissed on and raped and nah, man. No. Because at the end of the day, ain't no man gonna say that to me face to face. I'm as calm as I can be. I'm a cool breeze on any given day. You ain't telling me that face to face. Because at that point, I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm trying to damage you. And that's the God's honest truth. I work on certain principles in life. You know, there's certain levels. Okay, that's level one. That's a level two. There will not be a level three with me. It's not gonna happen. And this is the calm person saying that. What if he said that, to the aggressive person, the angry person, the person that's just like not having a good day and he was angry already, he gonna come back, ain't no coming back from that. And some dude they're doing some work over here by the house, so that's the noise you hear. But I need to get some suggestions from y'all, some thoughts, man. Let's have a real adult conversation about. We can talk about the boxing thing because that is the headline of the podcast. But we can also talk about why so many grown people, and I'm sorry about the son, why so many grown people on here on social media acting like savages, like they don't have no home training or nothing going on. Now, Reggie was commentating over the video of Southpaw and Fred, and he was just watching his body language, pointing out some things. Can't say I disagree with Reggie. I can't this time. I can't say I disagree with him. And believe me and Reggie, we good, but we have a friendly disagreement most of the time, right? And he'll step in my chest, and I'll step right back in his. And at the end of the day, I'm like, all right, sucker, you have a good day. He'd be like, all right, old man. I'm like, yeah, okay, call me daddy. you know, that's about as far as it goes with being Reggie. He good people, man. You think he know every damn thing, but he good people. I can't. What he was saying about Fred, I got to agree with him this time. I got to agree with him this time. Got to do it, man. And then Mark Nash chimed in and added his 2 cents. I got to agree with him too. Can't tolerate that, people. We adults, we men, we fathers, and we can't tolerate that, man. We can't. Any disagreement I had with anybody on here, it never went left, except for that one bastard in England. But we're gonna leave him alone. But it never went left like that. So it was. I just think, man, y'all, it's got to be a point on here where dudes like Southpaw and a lot of other dudes who come on and say shit like that, y'all got to kick them off the air because they suck the energy out of the goddamn room. Those they're they're basically podcast killers. I mean, because most people come to be entertained to these podcasters. Like when you watch Coach is entertaining. You know, Coach is entertaining. I'll call him mess with Coach from time to time. Myron, Boxing Logics United. He's entertaining. Major Keys, Bright Lights, Big City. He does his thing and all that. And I'll jump on there and I'll give him some pushback and he'll give me some pushback and we just go at it for your entertainment. Actually, ain't nothing to it. Ain't nothing to it because once the lights turn off, I call him and he's like, "Damn, that was a good show." I'm like, "Yeah, sucker, it was a good show." But that's how we work it, man. You got Skunk Punch or Punch Skunk brother over there, Greg. Greg Towns. Sorry if I messed up your podcast name there, Greg. You got him. You got a host of other people that's just on here doing some good things, man. Those are the ones you need to support. You can't allow these fake savages who come on here and talk all this madness to stop your cause. You understand me? 'Cause I remember a few years back when I used to be on the Nesta Gibbs show, right? And I used to tell Nesta, yo, I used to get on the line and I used to call in. I used to tell him, you need to control your chat because at the end of the boxing lounge, bless up yourself, you need to control your chat because they out here talking about, you know, they want me to die from a stroke. They gonna fuck up my daughter and all this other stuff. And they were just saying worse stuff to each other. So I said, yo, control your chat before something happens. I said the same thing to Fred. And both their responses at that time was, I can't tell a grown man what to do. You on social media, you tell grown men what to do every day. Just like if it was on Troy, if it was on the Troy Graham Experience, I'm killing that immediately. I'm raising it up from its roots, and I'm killing it immediately. I'm not wasting no time on it, because you can't bring that type of energy because that's not the energy I want. When I build the Troy Graham Experience, when I first started, my thing is to do a platform where I can talk about anything, anything, whether it be boxing, finances, love, whatever, current affairs. I could talk about anything. I'm not locked into anything. Nothing owns me, and I'm not a slave of anything. You know. So yeah, that's the way I was feeling about it. And a lot of times, talk to these grown men. Now I have respect for Nestor. I do. I'm gonna say that. Fred, he's an opportunist. Sorry, my neighbor's cutting the grass over here. But Fred's an opportunist, and that's all that he tells you. He tells you straight up, I am an opportunist. If I can slit your throat and take what you have, I will. Nestor, Nestor works a little different. He try to push you out the way sometimes, talking all loud and carrying on, but that don't work. But I just think they're on two different agendas. But at the same time, man, this is, like I said, social media. First word social, second word media. Come over here to have a good time, not to be dealt with like you're a savage. You know what I'm saying? But look, I've been on here for about 30 minutes, and the neighbor cutting the grass, and the bugs are eating my ass. Sorry, they're trying to, because. So I'm gonna cut it short, and I'm gonna just tell you this: Joshua Usyk, repeat or resurrection. Out of my mouth, I'm gonna say resurrection, a la Joshua 7th round TKO. Bless up one and all for coming through. This has been another episode of the mighty, mighty, and highly blessed Troy Graham Experience. Hate it or love it, brother. I'm never gonna stop. And you know what? I think I'm gonna do more shows now. I'm starting to get my mojo back. So look out for some more shows, more guests, more entertainment, more, gap tooth laughter, just more intelligence. Oh man, we also bringing back some guests that own some land in Ghana, do their own clothing line. We got another guest coming on. He's been all over the world with his music. And we got another guest who I call him 18 for 18. Went to jail at 18, came out 18 years later. He ain't letting no grass grow on his feet. You're going to hear his story. You're going to hear his story. Respect one and all. Thank you for coming out.